I think we should be more humble. We don't know what was the specific ingredient that is in charge of this decline. We see that in other countries that did not have a booster shot or a green pass, there is also a decline. So it's more complicated than that. We need to continue with the efforts, especially for the people who did not get any vaccine in Israel, especially the Arab population. And at the same time, we need to improve our public health capacity, at least to be better prepared for the next pandemic or the next wave.
Now, on this Sputnik V topic, now being allowed in, albeit with serological tests at the border, it seems like one of the rare politicized COVID decisions by this new government. Is there any risk associated, though, with this initiative?
I don't know why you say rare. I think that politics plays a role in Israel and in other countries. You could argue that also for the decision not to approve the Sputnik vaccine, I don't know, but I'm saying there could be also a politics involved in that. I think that the idea that they will have to have serological testing somehow diminish the issue of a non-approved vaccine. We saw that if Israel waited for the FDA approval for the booster shot, probably we would have many more people died over the last weeks that did not get the shot. So I do have tremendous respect for the FDA, and I think we have a lot to learn, and we should really take into account the FDA decisions. But at the same time, sometimes Israel have to make decisions that are ahead of the WHO or the FDA. I don't know if this is the case. I'm sure that here politics played a role, and I hope that we will not see positive cases coming from countries due to vaccines that is not 100% efficient.
Now, there's some other questions I think many people in the country are asking themselves about international travel, borders open or not, asking why Israelis seem to be allowed to go at this point virtually anywhere in the world, given their green pass or showing they're vaccinated, while any non-citizens still require so much special permission to enter Israel. With that confusion been on display recently with some high-profile visits from, say, NFL Hall of Famer Peyton Manning coming for a ceremony while so many people's immediate families struggle to get into the country. Is this an issue being worked on, being sorted out by the government in the near term, as far as you know?
I think we are still struggling. The struggle is because of the strategy is not clear. What is the strategy? Do we try to maintain Israeli free from new variants, or we say it's impossible to prevent new variants and we just have to take the risk? There is a difference between what Israel decides for incoming and what other countries decide for people coming to them, which is based on the risk. Once you have a low level of morbidity in your country, you actually need to be better protection at the borders because you have much more to lose. So I'm just saying, this is complex epidemiological decisions. What we, the Israeli Association of Public Health Physicians, say, you have to learn to live with COVID. You have to realize that there is a risk of new variants, but you have to accept it. The best way to tackle it is to establish a permanent epidemiological unit at the airport that will have the professional capacity to make such decisions and to implement them, and to have a great surveillance system to identify as early as possible new variants or new viruses coming, or also regarding your last questions about the vaccine. So the more data we have, we can make more informed decisions.
It seems like much of that forward-leaning data coming out of Israel today for the world to study here. Dr. Hagai Levine, thanks for being with us.